You look so pretty. My mom likes you. Tell your mom I said hi. Ahaha.
Hey guys, what's up? Sylahh here. Welcome to the first part of my Tailor series, a virtual sim dating game with lots of lore and interesting moments. Buckle up, it's going to be a ride.
Perfect. My brother's name. Well, named after my actual brother. This is some Sylahh lore. I call him Nikki. Some Sylahh lore. As far as I can see, there's gorgeous flowers to be found out from the most luxurious silk to the cheapest organzas, all here at the market. I adjust my scarf as a particularly cold wind blows by. It's in the middle of winter. This is where I truly come to peace. I'm in my element. Colors, textures, you can tell they're from the UK because they have the colors of the U. Textures, patterns. I'm already formulating my next designs in my head. A particular iridescent piece of fabric catches my eye. It changes colors when you look at it from a different angle. Guys, give me a sec. I forgot that I have to read this stuff out loud because not many people know how to read in my chat. So don't worry, I'll read for you guys. It reminds me a little of the way the 80s movies created space outfits. Everything had to be shiny back then. Excuse me, I call out to the woman behind the stall, who was in the middle of talking to her companion. Yes, dear, would you like this one? Yeah, 4 meters will do. Iridescent fabric roll off my hands and starts measuring how much she needs to cut. You know, this fabric reminds me of Starlight's costume, says the woman. Starlight, a superhero's outfit I didn't design. Someone else got to her first. She has the power to brighten any kind of light source and quite literally blind you. Wait, is this literally like the boys? Starlight from the boys? Huh? Is that. No, wait, hold on. Is that so? I say casually. Isn't it just weird how they're walking among us like normal people? It could be any one of us, she mutters in a dark tone. I don't like where this conversation is going. Why do they hide? I don't like that anyone can just, hide a really dangerous power. She cuts the fabric to my specifications. I pull the. Sorry. I pull the scarf over my nose to hide my disgust. Okay. Fierce or kind? We'll go with the kind one for now. I'm sure they have a very good reason to hide, I explain. Being too sympathetic can be a bad thing sometimes, says the woman. What do you mean? The woman flashes a fake smile at me as she bags the fabric. That will be €44.95, sweetheart. I pay the woman her money, quickly disappear from the stall. Suddenly, I don't feel in my element so much anymore after all. I know I fucked that line up, it's okay. I can read, don't worry, chat. Time to leave before the blizzard starts. There's a blizzard. Woo! Finally got back to... Oh god. Woo! Finally got back to Goon Garden before the blizzard started. Hi, Sylahh. Kim greets me from behind the counter. Hey, Kim. Did anyone stop by today? Yeah, look who's back. Kim knocks down a piece of fabric onto the counter. I immediately recognize the outfit and sigh loudly. Again? I complain. That's like the third time this week. Yeah, he told me he tore it while scaling a mountain. She explains with a roll of her eyes. Grabbing the album from the counter, I inspect it for any tears. I didn't have to look long. The culprit is staring right in my face. The midriff has been torn open. What in the world? Look at these, like, claw marks. Oh, what in the world? These look like claw marks. Did he fight a damn mountain lion up there? Do supers not have anything better to do? I say exasperatedly. Oh wait, no, not that. Hold on, wait. It's okay. Don't clip that. Kim Kim shrugs. He swears he was trailing someone who stole an old lady's purse. On a mountain? I repeat incredulously. The Lasher sure knows how to concoct extravagant stories for his adventures. Last time he said he tore it while swimming on the back of a shark. It's why the fans love him after all, Kim points out. Anyways, can you fix it? I let the fabric slide through my fingers, focusing on holes that I can fix manually without having to recut any new patterns. I wiggle my finger until a fine piece of thread emerges from the tip. It's so thin, normal people usually have a hard time seeing it. I manipulate it until it pierces the fabric, making it loop around to quickly stitch up a small hole. No matter how many times I see you do it, it's always so interesting to see you in action, says Kim in awe. I cut off the thread so that it's no longer attached to me and neatly tie it up. Now for the rest. That scared me. A loud explosion rumbles from underneath me. What in the world? I yell, completely startled. The rumbling brings down a few items on my counter. Is this an earthquake? Kim ducks and covers her head as the shelf behind her falls down. The shaking finally stops. Kim, are you okay? She said, I'm fine. I think it came from da. Below, I finish for her. Ayo. Wait, I'm gonna fix the volume. Give me a sec, chat. Oh, it's at 100? Really? Dang. We both come to a realization. Nikki, Kim groans. Go back to work, Kim. I'll check up on Nikki, I say. Alright, let me know if I need to call an ambulance or not. I give her a wry smile. Kim exits the room and I sigh out loud. What is Nikki doing now? I knew it was suspiciously quiet. I should have checked up on him sooner. I enter the hallway and walk all the way to the back, opening a small door underneath the staircase. It's the entrance to my brother's lab. There's soot all over the floor. I'm leaving footprints behind as I walk inside the lab. Lots of objects are on the floor. I'm panicking a little until I see two people sitting at the metal desk. Nikki, I cried out. What happened? Nikki just looks at me with a shrug, his hair standing up in different directions. Oh. I'm just a little shocked, he said jokingly. The person next to him knocks him over the head. Guys, I don't know if I can do a guy voice. I will. Idiot! Now's not the time for your stupid puns. Kane berates my brother. Kane? I question. What are you doing here? Your brother asked me to come. I knew I shouldn't have. You guys are crazy. Kane huffs. Wait, why am I getting lumped into this? I asked. What did you do this time, Nikki? Huh? Nothing. Why are all eyes on me? Nikki puts his hands up and tries to look innocent. Nikki sighs when he realizes I'm not buying into his act and picks up a metal ring from the floor.
I was trying to get this bracelet to harness Kane's electricity. I figured I could harvest it and perhaps create an infinitely generating power source. Nikki gets hit over the head again by Kane. Moron! I told you that's not how it works! I can't keep generating electricity without pulling it from my own energy. Eventually I get tired too, then I collapse from exhaustion. Kane simply looks frustrated with my brother. And then it blew up in your face. You know this shit is dangerous. I could have lost my license, you know. Nikki shrugs, patting down his hair back to normal. I was grounded, I'm fine. Okay, I'm not doing the guy voice anymore. I groaned out loud. No, Kane's right. Don't toy around like that. I don't want to bury my younger brother as well, alright? A serious look. I groan out loud. W. A serious look dawns on Nikki's face as the words sink in, but then he quickly replaces it with a pout. Who else will come up with these nifty little gadgets then, huh? Kane smirks. I have to admit, your tracking device came in really handy last time. Right? Nikki points finger guns at Kane. I know they sound exactly the same, but I don't know how to make guy voices sound different. I'm not good at it. I roll my eyes at the two of them. They're always up to no good. Now someone has to clean up the mess that they made. There's soot everywhere. The stench isn't all that great either. I point at the floor. Nikki, you made this mess, so clean it up. Nikki groans and slouches his shoulders, but nonetheless walks towards the broom closet to get some cleaning supplies. Kane hops up on the metal desk and casually brings his head up to his face. He holds his index finger and thumb together until a spark of electricity ignites between them. He keeps doing this until there's a steady stream of electricity going back and forth between his fingers. By the way, speaking of licenses, when are you getting yours? He says nonchalantly, playing around with his ability. You've been asking me for years, I say with a heavy sigh. And I'm asking you again. Not everyone wants to be a superhero, Kane, I reply. Nikki returns to the broom and starts sweeping the floor. Don't bother. Sylahh is pretty stubborn. Kane stops playing with his fingers, suddenly looking serious. Yeah, but come on, unlike your moronic brother. Hey, I resent that, Nikki interjects. You actually have an ability that could be useful in combat. That doesn't mean it should be used in combat, I fire back. There are plenty of ways someone could use their abilities for the greater good, without having to pick fights with bad guys. Nikki shuffles away with the broom. But you're just some lame-ass Tailor, King groans. That's not exciting in the least. Irritation spreads across my face. Kate is really getting on my nerves now. He's insulting my work and calling it boring. There's nothing wrong with being a fashion designer. How dare he? How dare he insult my life's work? I don't see you complaining when I'm the one who makes your superhero costume. I fold my arms across my chest and glare at him. That's different, he says flippantly. You're still just using it on clothes. His eyes widen then as he realizes something. Oh, I've got it! The perfect superhero name for you. King grins and spreads out his arms. Black Widow, he says with a chuckle. I just stare at him blankly. Do I look like a spider to you? Hey, don't mock the name. Don't you know there's one superhero, Spider-Boy? He shoots webs. From his butt? Same difference. That is one huge of a difference, I protest. I don't shoot weird web stuff from my butt. My thread is highly sophisticated. It's nothing like a web. Isn't it just the same thing? Kane cocks his head to the side. No, webs are sticky. My thread is not. I've seen you attach that stuff to anything. What do you mean it's not sticky? Have I been living a lie all this time? Kane questions. Fed up with his attitude, I huff at him. Okay, chat. Do you want to sew his mouth up or explain the difference to him? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We're sewing that guy's mouth up. My fingers glow hot, and I spread a thin thread between my index fingers. I control the thread, feeling its every move, and I make quick work of Kane's lips. Why does it sound? That does it sound kind of sus? The thread pierces his skin undetected. It's fast and it zigzags until it's completely sewed his mouth shut. Kane tries to speak, but finally realizes he can't open up his mouth. He looks at me in horror. Humph. That, Kane, is the difference. My thread doesn't stick. It pierces. I explain smugly. Kane claws at his mouth, trying to tear it open, but is unable to do anything. Nikki sighs behind us. Sylahh, don't torture my test subject. I sigh, then press my finger against Kane's lips. The thread dissolves immediately. Kane opens his jaws wide open, testing out whether or not he can move his lips again. He glares at me. What did you do that for? That was traumatizing. Kane then points at Nikki. And it's not comforting to be referred to as a test subject. Nikki gives him a quizzical look. Did I ever refer to you as anything else? I was pretty upfront about it. I sigh. I get it, sigh. Anyway. Look, I'm happy with my job. I like making clothes. I don't need to fight crime or save the earth with my powers. Not everyone needs to be a superhero like you. I don't particularly enjoy hiding my identity as well. Kane pouts at me. I just wanted to see you swing around the city like Spider-Boy. Nikki is the one that laughs. Dude, you're not gonna see her Sylahh zip around like that. Besides, I wouldn't allow it. I place my hands on my hips. Oh, you wouldn't allow me to be a superhero? Since when did you have the right? Since I'm your brother and I have to look after you, look out for you. With a somber look, Nikki's eyes are cast towards the ground. We're the only ones left, he mutters. There's sudden tension there, and I try to prevent myself from remembering my own past. I put on a courageous smile. How about you worry about yourself? You almost got electrocuted by Kane when I walked in. Oh. Nikki shrugs. That's different. Sometimes experiments go wrong. I just want to point out that I'm immune to electricity. It can't shock me, so yeah, it may very well kill only you, says Kane. Alright, enough talking. Give me some of your juice. I need to power up this bracelet. Still? You are such me. I can't say that. Nikki grimaces. Dude, do you ever think about the words that are coming out of your mouth? I laugh in response. I don't think he ever does. Kane ends up blushing once he realizes what he said. Shut up! Go back upstairs already! Just as he says that, the intercom beeps. Kim's voice booms through the laboratory. Everyone's ears perked up to listen closely.
Do we have any flying ships?
She asked in an unsure tone. Nikki walks up to the intercom, presses down a button to reply. The Forester Incorporation owns several of them, yes. Why?
They should have the Forester logo on them, no?
Kim asks. That is correct, Nikki replies. What's going on? Kim would never bother us unless it was something urgent. She's there to run the storefront, nothing more.
Oh.
Then
this giant ship flying over Cleaner right now is definitely not one of ours.
The three of us look at each other in silence. Wait, a flying ship that isn't from Forester Inc.? Do you have any cameras outside? Kate asks urgently. None that point towards the sky, Nikki rumbles, hastily walking towards the exit. Are we under attack? I question, nervous about this unidentified ship. Nikki's silence speaks volumes, and I'm suddenly on high alert. I rush over to the table with the intercom, slamming my fingers down on the button. Kim, get down here, now! Ooh.
Danger, danger, danger.
Something's bad about to happen. The lab is underground. We should be relatively safe here in case of attack. However, Nikki and Kane are making their way towards exit. They want to see what's going on. An ear-deafening blast can be heard above ground. The lab starts to shake and all three of us fall down from the shockwave. The lab rumbles and trembles from the aftershock, dust falling from the ceiling. They're definitely not friendly, King cries out.
Oh.
I can hear Kim's groans. She's at the staircase. I want to rush over, but King stops me. Stay here. This lab is just like a bunker. Don't do anything stupid. Let me handle it. He then turns to Nikki. Notify the rest of the squad. When push comes to shove, no matter how immature King can be, in emergencies he's always someone you can count on. He quickly bolts through the doors, leaving us alone in the lab. Nikki turns on his heel and begins to fiercely type on his cell phone, notifying the other members. Then he tunes in on the news channel. They're broadcasting breaking news at the moment. Kim bursts inside the room, nearly coughing up a lung. Kim, are you alright?
Yeah, there's just a lot of dust in the air right now.
What did you see? I ask her.
The ship, it shot down a building. It's still hovering directly above us. I'm so scared.
Kim crouches down onto the floor, clamping her hands over the side of her ears. I bend down to comfort her. You're safe here, Kim. Let the superheroes do their work. I'm trying to stay strong for her since Kim is younger than me, but I can't deny that I'm scared as well. Honestly, I'm really worried about King. He already looked tired. Is he even able to fend for himself? Then I walk over towards Nikki and I look at the TV screen. With my own eyes, I see the images of what's happening above. Though it's hard to spot due to the snowstorm, there's a giant ship suspended in the air. It's unlike anything I've seen before. It's a pearly white color and it looks very sleek in design. Nikki shuts off the alarm so we're able to hear the TV. Nikki, who else is other than us has the technology to create those? I ask. Other than Forester Inc. and Rochester, I don't think anyone else does. Nikki looks up. He's trying his best to recognize the vehicle. But that's not one of ours. And Rochester's only created small ships. They wouldn't be able to create a ship of that size. Nikki brings his hand to his mouth, tapping his finger against his lip in contemplation. In fact, I've never seen such designs before. Someone must have been building this in secret. Immediately, I think of the terrorist group Julio. Anxiety and disgust rose up inside of me as I suppressed my painful memories. Do you think it's Julio? I ask. Are they planning on attacking superheroes again? Nikki grows quiet. I don't know. Maybe? The news broadcaster saying the ship suddenly appeared over Kleiner and fired. Hello? Hello? Oh, Julio. Yeah. The news broadcaster saying the ship suddenly appeared over Kleiner and fired a missile at a large office building. Luckily, the casualties are low because it's Sunday, so there weren't many people in the building. Still, that's right near where we live. I really hope Kane is okay. Kim joins us and she points at the TV screen, which is displaying a live feed of what's happening.
Look, they're there.
On the screen, we can see several superheroes show up. It's a little hard to see through all of the snow, but I recognize a couple of them. I've designed their costumes after all. There's a bunch that are unknown to me as well. At least one superhero is flying around, and I believe I spot Spider-Boy swinging around. I don't see Kane, I murmur softly. I spoke too soon because a huge lightning bolt appears from the sky and blasts the front of the ship. Oh, Kane, don't be reckless. If the thing falls down, you're going to create even more casualties. Nikki sighs with a worried tone. But look at the ship seems unharmed, I point out. Shield technology. That is very sophisticated. We all go quiet once we see the ship open up at the bottom, and dozens of little objects come flying out. It's hard to tell what they are when there is snow everywhere.
What are those? Tim shrieks.
Drones? Nikki says, though he's unsure. I lean in closer to TV. No, I think they're people.
What are those?
A lightning bolt blows one of them up, and then we can clearly see the pilot fall from his hovercraft. Thank goodness it seems the smaller ships don't have any shields on them. But wait, did I see that correctly? Did you see that too? I ask. Yeah, their skin is red, Kim finishes. All of them are, see? A shared ability? A family, perhaps? This is unusual. Sometimes people are born with deformities because of their abilities, and they're certainly not unique to each person. But so many of them? Together? Nikki questions. This is getting even more confusing. It doesn't seem to be the work of Julio, but I can't be too sure. Who would openly attack Kleiner like this? The news reporter says that everyone is fighting back against the smaller hovercrafts, but their numbers are too great for everyone to handle. Damn it! Kane already used up a lot of his powers just now. Nikki grits his teeth. That's my fault. Oh no, Kim gasps.
Oh no, Kim gasps. Is King going to be alright?
I clench my hand into a fist. I know I'm not a superhero. I'm not suited for combat one bit, but I can't sit here idly twiddling my thumbs as one of my best friend fights on his own. What if people need medical attention, I ask. Sylahh, you're not thinking what I'm thinking, right? See here, the lab is safe. I narrow my eyes at him. What if it was Kane bleeding out on the streets? Would you still say the same thing? Nikki presses his lips into a thin line and furrows his eyebrows together. He can't quite argue back with that as we both care about Kane. I know first aid. I can be of some use. I'm no superhero, but I can make sure no one dies under my watch. Ooh, we're gonna save them. Provide some medical attention. With what in mind, I grab my coat and rush out of the lab. I can hear Nikki cry out behind me. When I made my way outside, the blizzard stinged my eyes, making it hard to see. I look up, being able to spot the giant hanging in the sky. It's hovering above the city, a slight distance away from the boutique. I'm standing in the shadow that it casts. It's humongous. It's sleek and doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before. It's definitely not one of our ships, so whose is it? Who is attacking Kleiner? I can't help but think about Julio. What if it's them after all? They're back with another huge attack. I can't just stand by this time. I don't want to be helpless. I can see the small hovercraft zooming around the place. Some of them shooting bullets down below. I'm out of the immediate danger area, but I'm still not completely safe. Someone out there may need help though. I just hope it isn't Kane. Sorry, guys. These random, like, sound effects just catch me off guard. Judging by the lightning bolts in the sky, he's doing just fine. Just then I see something in the sky approaching me. Fast. Snow whirls around at enormous speed. I focus my eyes, easily being able to identify what it is from a large distance. It's a superhero, and he looks knocked out. Oh no, if he falls at this height, he's going to die on impact. Something. He's headed this way, and will land in just a few seconds. My adrenaline gets pumped, forcing my body to react on instinct. I shoot a thread out to the lamppost and to another lamppost, and quickly start to weave a net in between. He's coming closer. Crap, I'm not done yet. This net will barely hold. I focused even harder, forcing myself to manipulate several different threads from all my fingertips, until I made a sizable net in between the lamp streets. And not a second was wasted, because the superhero crashes inside the net. The net stretches out, luckily enough it doesn't tear as it distributes the momentum of his fall. I quickly whirl my thread around the person himself to make sure he doesn't go flying out the other way like some kind of catapult. Dang, this shit is kind of like intense. We got some lore going on. He wiggles back and forth in the netting until he finally comes to a stop. I sigh out in relief. I caught him. I look at my handiwork and cringe. Kane is never going to let me live it down when I tell him I caught someone from near certain death by spinning a web like a spider. It will just be my little secret for now. First things first, I have to see if he's alright. I jog over towards the netting, dissolving it as I come closer, gently lowering him down onto the snow. The superhero is a tall man, clad in a black outfit with red and gold accents. I don't recognize his costume at all, especially since it's torn to shreds. It's like something burned him because I can see it's charred in some places. A mop of messy black hair covers up the rest of his face. The most important thing, he's breathing, but also bleeding. I have to get him inside. Using my thread, I create a makeshift stretcher and drag the man inside the boutique. Nikki, help me out! I call out for him when I'm at the stairs. Nikki quickly comes to my help, sees that the man I'm dragging behind lifts an eyebrow. Huh? Who the hell is this? He asks. Doesn't matter. He's hurt. Help me put him in on the table. Huh? What if it's the enemy? Well, he's not. Red, is he? Come help me. Nikki doesn't complain anymore and swiftly helps me put the man on the metal table. However, he's so heavy, Kim has to come help us as well. It's one thing to drag the man, it's another to lift him entirely. When he's flat on the table, I get a good look at him. Now what? Asks Nikki.
I'll get the first aid kit,
Kim explains, running off. Oh, okay. He's bad. Baddie! Ooh. I quickly look over his torso, which has burns and millions of little cuts. It doesn't look good. Something was attacking him before. Was it those red men? They look so creepy on TV. I place both my hands on his chest, grabbing what's left of the charred fabric and tear it in half. The costume splits, burying his naked and burned torso. It's easier to work when clothes aren't in the way. I lean closer to the man's face. Hey, can you hear me? The stoic expression remains on the man's face. He's completely out of it. Gulp. He's just too nonchalant. Nah, bro. Bro's in pain. He's out of it, bro. It's okay. It's okay. When he recovers, he's gonna know what's up. He's gonna know what's up. While he's covered in burn marks, the most pressing matter is a large cut on the right side of his waist. He's bleeding from it rather badly. Ow, ow! Kim hands me the first aid kit. She tends to the burn wounds while I clean his open wound. Completely focused on the job, I touch his tan skin with my fingers, forming a thread that eventually pierces it. The man remains passed out and doesn't notice as I stitch up his wound. I puncture his skin back and forth, creating a very clean stitch. In no time, the wound is sealed. Checking his body for any more open wounds, I notice he's only got smaller cuts that are easily cleaned and need only a bandage, if at all. The burns, on the other hand, covered across his body, are another matter entirely. I'm not a real doctor. He will need to go to the hospital for this. The only thing Kim and I can do is cool it and dress it with bandages for now. I sigh in relief when I finally finished my first aid. At least the bleeding has stopped. Sylahh, look, we're winning. They're falling back, says Nikki as he points towards the TV. That's good. Have you seen Kane? I'm unsure. They haven't said anything about the death toll yet. Hearing that makes me even more worried. No king can handle himself. I still saw his lightning not too long ago. He won't go without putting up a damn good fight. There's no way they got to Kane. I won't believe it. By the way, do you recognize this guy? I asked Nikki, pointing at the man in front of me. I seriously don't know. Aren't you the one that's supposed to recognize them all? Consider you're the one designing most of the costumes. I shake my head. I don't provide for every single superhero, you know?
Can you guys just look him up in the database? If he's a superhero, he has to be registered,
Kim suggests. Sure, I can look at that later. What's important now is nursing him back to health until he wakes up. I've taken care of most of his wounds, but he does need a trip to the hospital. We just have to wait until he wakes up. I lean closer to him, studying him. The burns are scattered across his torso like a lightning bolt. I wonder who this man is. I can't help myself as my hand reaches out to his face. I brush away his black hair, revealing his closed eyes, and... Wait! My fingers trail along the grooves of his ears, his pointy, elf-like ear. Sometimes superheroes have abilities that affect their appearance. I have once seen a woman with polka dots all over her body, like she was some kind of Dalmatian. Another time I saw someone whose skin was like literal slime. However, this is the first time I've ever seen someone with pointed ears. It doesn't appear to be a body mod of some kind. It looks natural. It's kind of fascinating. Wait, they're saying something on TV, says Nikki all of a sudden. Absent-mindedly, I trace my finger along the tip of his ear. It's really long. How come I didn't notice it before?
Huh?
What? They're saying it's not Julio? Nikki exclaims loudly. I look back down at the man. Oh, whoa. He opens his eyes up. I'm startled when dark brown eyes pierce me with such an intense gaze that it rattles me to my core. The man swiftly gets up from the table, planting both feet firmly on the ground. I don't have time to react as he approaches me. In an instant, I'm suspended in the air as the man grabs me by the throat, squeezing it. I can't breathe. Do you want to try to break free? Or say... I think we go down the nice route first. Let go, I try to say. Brati Punko. However, the man doesn't listen and keeps me up in the air, tightening his grip on my throat. Let go of my sister! Nikki screams. The man gets knocked out of the way as Nikki charges into him. He releases his hold of me and I collapse onto the floor. I inhale a large gust of air to fill my lungs with oxygen.
Take that!
Kim yells as she throws a roll of bandages at the man. I pick myself up. Stop, we're not trying to hurt you. I helped patch your wounds up, I explain, coughing up for air still. He must be disorientated. Maybe he thinks we're trying to attack him. The man stands his ground, tall and menacing, before he looks down at the bandages on his waist, as well as the rest of the bandages covering his burns. His tense eyes meet mine again, and I feel a lump form in my throat. I don't know why his gaze makes me feel like a chill run down my spine. See, I did the stitches, I say nervously, pointing at his side. Unexpectedly, the man rips off the bandages from his waist, revealing his freshly stitched wound. Don't. You have to keep the wound dressed, I say. His dark eyes travel from the wound and back to me, as if he silently asked me if I really did stitch him up. Please, calm down. Let me help you. I cautiously walk towards him. I hold my hands up to make myself seem as non-threatening as possible. We're not here to hurt you, so please let me put the bandages back on. As I take a step forward, I can hear Nikki cry in surprise, praying that she'd be in shock. That's him! I turn around away from the man to see what Nikki is talking about. My eyes fly on a spot screen. They're replaying a clip up from the attack. A man wearing a black with red and gold armor, flying around in the air and battling superheroes. He is struck down by a lightning bolt that soars off into the distance. The reporter says the ship appeared from the sky. It came from space. It's an alien ship! I feel horror wash over me. It's an alien! Nikki cries out. Suddenly his breath is running down my back. Oh, down my back. Down my neck, causing all the little hairs to stand up straight. You? His voice croaks out. Saved me? I don't dare to turn my head to face him. I can feel my heart racing 1,000 miles per minute. The man I saved is not a man at all. You get away from her! Nikki screams, going for another charge attack. Oh! Bro got laid out. Before Nikki can even do anything, the man knocks Nikki away with a single punch. Damn. Nikki crashes in the wall and drops down on the floor unconscious. Kim hurriedly runs over to him in a panic. I'm forcefully turned around as he yanks on my arm, making me stand in front of him face to face. You? He pointed out the stitches. Did that? I can't speak. My body's frozen. He hurt Nikki. He's the one that attacked the city. What do I do? How do I take down a man of this size all on my own? Well, fight! 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 Okay, we'll try attacking him. Maybe if I'm fast enough, I can slide a thread around his throat. Or maybe I can pierce his heart. If he only even have hearts, I should go for his throat. I raise my hands for him and throw between my fingertips, aiming at his throat. The man reacts in superhuman speed, disappearing for a split second, before reappearing right before my own eyes. I didn't even have a chance. He catches me by my wrist, holding me captive. He's completely expressionless, and it scared the daylights out of me. Before I know it, he's thrown me over his shoulder, then launches himself into the air. Hey! I cried out, pounding my fist onto his back. Unfazed by my attacks, he keeps scaling higher. Wait, what's going on? He goes straight towards the ceiling, blasting a hole in it as he flies straight up with me on his shoulder. The impact of the ceiling and several other floors in between them causes me to black out. My last thoughts before I lose consciousness are, this is not a superhero. He's a villain. Oh no. My body aches. I feel lightheaded and dizzy. I'm so lethargic. Ugh, it's so hard for me to open my eyes. I hear a steady and loud humming near me as I return to my senses. I'm starting to realize I have no idea where I am. I finally open my eyes. I'm in a small room lying on a small bed or bench. I'm unsure. Whatever it is, I'm not comfortable at all. There's an oval door at the end of the room, and that's about it. No windows, no decoration, just a bed. It's chilly in here. What happened to me when I passed out? I got slung over the man's shoulder, and then he simply blasted his way out of the underground lab. I vaguely remember flying through the sky, but everything is fuzzy after that. Judging by the room I'm in, this is a cell. I got kidnapped. I checked my body for any wounds or restraints to see if something has been done to me while I was unconscious. I'm about to sigh in relief until I notice a small, stinging pain in the back tip of my ear. I gently touch it with my fingers, wincing a little at the pain. I can't tell what happened to it. It's not that painful anymore about enough, though. So I continue to check my body for anything else. Luckily enough, I seem to be perfectly intact and healthy. I'm still wearing my clothes as well. I even have my cell phone. I quickly take it out. The battery's at 30%, but what catches me even more off guard is the date. It's now the 18th. It was the 16th the last time I was awake. Ooh. That's also when I realized the state of extreme hunger I'm in. I haven't eaten anything for 2 days, not to mention I'm really thirsty as well. However, dealing with that can come later. I have more important things on my mind. I need to contact people for help. Nikki must be worried sick. Shit, of course I have no connection here, I muttered, seeing the no signal symbol on my phone. The metal walls of the cell must be blocking my signal. I've received no incoming messages either, so after I was taken, I must have been brought here straight away. Am I on the ship? I'm unsure. The outside is sleek and white, but the cell is all dark gray and muddy looking. And didn't Nikki say that they were aliens? Doesn't that mean I'm on a spaceship? I'm so screwed. Okay, Sylahh, stay calm. I can get myself out of here. First things first, try the door. I walked toward the old door, studying it. There's no handle or doorknob to open it. Nothing on the sides that look like a control panel either. I can safely deduce this is indeed a cell. Dun, dun, dun. My stomach rumbles and I suddenly notice I really need to empty my bladder. A great timing. What should I do now? We'll just try calling out for now. Test our limits. It doesn't seem like there's any way for me to open the door. Perhaps I should try calling out for someone. Anyone who can help me understand the situation. I bang loudly on the door. Hello? Hello? I pound hard against the metal, hearing it echo in the smaller room. Is anyone out there? Hey! However, no matter how many times I call out for someone or knock on the door, no one comes. It's completely quiet, except for the constant humming in the background. I sit back down on the bench, whipping out my phone and looking at the screen again. It's 2:34 right now. How I wish I had a signal. Military time. My stomach growls in hunger, and I wrap my arms around my waist. I'm so thirsty, too. Am I really stuck here? I hope someone comes to rescue me soon. I know Nikki won't stop until he's found me. No, I can't sit here waiting for someone to come see me. They don't even know where I am. I stand up and pound hard against the door again, kicking it while I'm at it, making as much ruckus as possible. Let me out! I yell out loudly. My hands are red and throbbing from slamming it against the metal door. It seems so futile. Defeated, I stop pounding and take a step back with a sigh. Instantly, the door slides open. Fear paralyzes me and I stand still. I'm left standing there, blinking at the oval entrance. No one has entered. It opened up on its own. Cautiously, I stick my head outside to look around. There's no one there. I step out of the cell. I enter a narrow and long hallway. It's a lot brighter than the cell, with white walls instead of the metallic ones. I don't see any sign of life around me. Did the door really just open up on its own, or did someone else open it for me? I'm a little freaked out now. I need to find an exit, but I should be careful. I may run into someone. Should I go left or right? My feet take me left, and I stick to the walls as I walk as quietly as possible, trying not to make a sound. I finally reach a door at the end. Wait, no, that's not a door. That's a window. But it's dark outside. That can't be right. My cell phone said it was already 2:34. It should be broad daylight. I press my face up against the circular window, looking out into the vast darkness. Which is when I finally notice the twinkling of stars, and a large blue orb hanging in the middle. I swallow loudly. Gulp. As I come to the realization that I'm not in Cleaner anymore. I'm not even on Earth. I'm in space, on a real spaceship. Holy fuck. Ooh, that's a deep voice. Well, you're out, says a deep voice behind me. I whip my head around, startled at the sudden voice. Oh, he's all... Look at that baddie, bro. Just want to eat him up. I mean, sorry, he's our kidnapper. We don't want to eat him up anymore. The same man that kidnapped me stands before me, staring down at me with those dark eyes. He's wearing that black costume, so it's all fixed and brand new. It must be armor now that I think about it. He takes a step closer and I take a step back, now trapped between him and the window to space. between him and the window to space. Oh, window to, like, outside to space. I'm feeling claustrophobic. Now, where did you want to go? Space? Not exactly a bright idea for an earthling like you, he says in a low voice. Where am I ask nervously. The man straightens his back, slipping away from me. He averts his brown eyes as well, paying me no more attention. Baratis' fleet. That doesn't answer anything. I have so many questions right now. I suggest you put to rest the idea of escaping this ship. Unless you want to explore space, then be my guest, he says in a non-caring tone. Earthling, you must eat. He doesn't wait, nor does he force me to go with him. I see his back shrinking in the distance as he walks down the hallway. What am I supposed to do? He's right. I can't exactly leave here. We're in space. I can't go out there. I'd die. Shit, I'm really stuck here. Oh my god, guys, we're stuck. I nervously bite on my lips and lower my head in defeat as I follow him down the hallway. There's a perpetual look of confusion on my face as I enter a large room with white tables and small chairs. Whoa! They're like reptilian dragon creatures. I see others, the same red-skinned men from before, but they're eating something. Are they aliens? They look like really tall lizards. Can they really be aliens if I can understand what they're saying? The man spoke English before. As soon as they notice my presence, all eyes are on me. There must be 40 of them in the room. This is so scary. What are they going to do to me? Why am I here? The black-haired man or alien, I'm unsure what to refer to him as, points at an empty seat at the table. Sit down, he commands. Ooh, he commanded it. I don't want to. I want to know what the hell is going on. Who are you? I bark at him. Why am I here? Where are you taking me? The buff lizard alien. Bro, ain't no way they called it a buff lizard alien. Oof, she's got a fine mouth, says one of the lizard men. The alien man shoots me a cold look. Kidnap, bruh. So his name is Kidnapper and he's buff lizard alien. You will address me as Prince Jameis or Captain Jameis from now on. I narrow my eyes at him. A prince? James? I repeat. That's Captain Jameis. Get it right, yells out one of the other men. Guys, when does the rising up happen? And you will eat, he says gruffly, before throwing a plate onto the table. I don't even know what is on the plate. It looks like brown mush. Guys, we love brown mush. Not until you tell me what I'm doing here. You just took me by force. I don't know what's going on. I should bluff my way out. I have no leg to stand on, but I have to do what it takes to get home. He said he's some kind of prince. Maybe that is something important to him. Perhaps I can appeal to that side. You will eat, he says, raising his voice. Guys. Oh, people are out there looking for me, you know, I say. When they know I'm gone, they'll come for me. You'll be sorry when they find me. I hope I sound convincing. You look so pretty. My mom likes you. Tell your mom I said hi. Ahaha. But, actually, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, thank you, Sushi, Natsuki. I appreciate it. Who is that they will be trying to find, he asks. I'm a princess, I lie. I stare him in the eye, hoping to God he won't see me shaking. If he thinks I'm a princess, maybe he'll let me go, to make me look bigger than I really am. I don't have any other bargaining chips. No way, can I overpower 40-something aliens in the middle of space? The desired effect, however, is far from what happens in reality. The aliens all laugh out loud. A princess, one of them shouts. Captain got lucky. Lord Veritas will be pleased, says another. We got the Earthling Princess. Impending doom dawns on me as I realize I just dug my own grave. That backfired immediately. James' expression finally changes, his lips pulled back smugly. A princess, you say? He asks. I gulp. I gulp. Gulp. That was the wrong move, Sylahh. Now they think they caught someone of importance and will definitely not let me go. Well, shit. Hello, princess. My face pales as James advances on me. He threateningly stands up close to me, arms crossed over his chest. Be dramatic, too, then, in the game, and be like, touch me and you'll die, I threaten. James tilts his head to the side, his expression remaining unchanged. You're a real feisty one, aren't you? I stand my ground, glaring at him. I wonder how long it will take to crack that spirit of yours. James suddenly moves to grab my wrist, forcing me closer to him. Because make no mistake, Earthling Princess, here you are my prisoner. His voice pierces right through me. A chill runs down my spine, and I stare down at the floor with my heart beating out of control. I've got no more cards left to play. James pulls back and walks past me, gets some food and water in her, then sends her to his quarters. Whoa, 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 wow. At least, like, buy me dinner. Don't just give me some for free. He commands the others. And then he briskly walks away. I'm left in a room full of aliens. I'm scared. What's going to happen to me? Princess over here. Wait, sorry. Princess over here. One of them calls out to me and pats down on the seat next to him. You can sit next to me, don't bite, he says as he grins at me. When are we arriving on this Yule? What will happen to me? The alien shrugs his shoulders. Do not know, he repeats. Ask Captain Jameis. Frustrated, I decide to stay silent and look down at the table. The plate in front of me has something on it that I do not recognize. It just looks like a pile of dung, not appetizing in the least, not to mention it could just as well be poison. The man offers me a small bowl with clear liquid inside. Doink, princess, doink. Can I even drink it? Of course, all the water is the same. Water is life, now drink. I can't deny that I'm incredibly thirsty. My thirst overrides my brain, and I take the bowl and chug it down. It really is water. I finished it all up in one go. He seems happy. Good, now why eat? He offers me a weird spoon-like utensil. I don't know if this is good for me, but I guess I don't have much of a choice. I take the odd spoon-shaped object and dip it into the pile of mush. It's gooey and it looks gross. Ugh. I put a small amount into my mouth, expecting it to taste horribly. Except it doesn't taste like much at all. It's in fact tasteless. Okay. It's really all soft and mushy in texture. I hope this won't kill me. I swallow it. Gulp. Good. Finish up. Then you can go to the captain. What I want is a damn bathroom. Yeah, let me pee, bro. After I force myself to wolf down the tasteless food, I'm taken to a different room. The room is smaller than the one I was in before, which makes sense, as it had like 40 people in it. There's a desk in front of a wall with small lockers. There's no further decoration. My kidnapper sits in an odd-looking chair at the desk. He motions for my guard to go away. That will be all, he says. Yes, Captain. The man who's helped me before disappears from the room. I'm alone with the captain. I kind of want to pee myself. That is a wild statement. Anyway, silence fills the room. James isn't even looking at me. He's doing something on a weird electronic device that looks like a tablet. He's ignoring me. What is going to happen to me now? I just want to go back to Earth, but it seems we're going to some planet named Yule. I should try to bargain for my life. I don't want to be sold in some kind of alien slavery trading scheme. That is insane. What are you planning on doing to me? I finally ask him. James makes no indication he's listening. Why did you take me? Why did you come to Earth? How come I can understand you? I fire off question after question. You can't ignore me forever. James sighs and places down the device on the desk. He then gives me a dull look. You ask too many questions, Earthling princess, he says, echoing what the other person said before. He's still referring to me as a princess, so I guess royalty does carry some weight with him. Oh, princess. To indulge you on your last question, however, James taps his fingers on the tip of his pointy ear. A babblefish device was implanted that translates the universe's language for you in your mind. I clamp my mouth shut. There's a device that can do that. They must have done this while I was unconscious. No wonder my ear stings. Wait, why am I so surprised? They've been talking English this entire time. They're supposed to be aliens. Of course something allowed them to talk this way. Not to mention, I literally live on a planet where people are born with the strangest abilities. He then leaves his elbows on the desk, folding his fingers over each other, looking at me thoughtfully. Bro's posted up like this. His gaze sends a chill down my spine. So a princess, you say? A princess? I break out into cold sweat. I really need to keep this lie alive, lest he causes me bodily harm when he finds out I'm lying my pants off. Yes, I confirm. I stand there waiting for him to continue, but he goes right back to playing on that device again. iPad kids, am I right, bro? They're just stuck to their devices. I wonder if I could get away with wording him while his attention is divided. But then what? I'm still stuck in space, and there's a whole troop of aliens who presumably would simply either kill me or lock me up. Seeing no other option, I decided to be obedient for now. But damn, I really need to pee. My bladder is about to burst. I fidget on the spot, getting increasingly more uncomfortable. Is there a toilet here or something? James looks up at me with a bored expression. I cannot focus through a voice in the background. You will speak when spoken to. He then returns to move his fingers across the tablet-like device. I grow annoyed. He wants me to come to the Superman and tells me to shut. Bro, I would literally just pee on the floor, on the spot, right then and there, to make him be like, this is what I was asking you, bitch. Now I'm making a mess because of you. Yeah, I did not permit you to speak, kitten. He kidnaps me against my will, and I'm stuck in the middle of fucking space, and he ignores me? I'm about to crap, bro. I like the first one, bro. That's what I would have done. I would have actually just done it. I wouldn't even said it. I grit my teeth, taking a step towards the desk and slamming my hand down on it, forcing him to face me. I will pee. Okay, we actually just say this now. I will pee all over your desk if you don't offer me a way to relieve myself right now. I say darkly. James' eyebrow twitches. He looks annoyed. Good, he better be annoyed. He can't ignore me like this. This is my last act of bravery before I really do soil myself. I'm playing a dangerous game as I'm in unknown territory. I'm yelling into the face of my captor. For all I know, he could literally murder me on the spot. I've seen his strength. I've seen what he did to Nikki. I've seen him burst through walls. However, so far he's given me food and water, and I haven't been hurt yet. I've taken a large breath to prepare myself. I can deduce that if you've given me water and food, then it also means you'll provide me a way to relieve myself. Unless, of course, an alien such as yourself doesn't pee. Then let me inform you that humans need to get rid of their waste. So you better let me do it now, before I do it here. James runs a hand through his black hair, pushing it away from his face. He closes his eyes and sighs deeply, putting away his device. No need to threaten with your bodily fluids here, Earthling princess. This is a perfectly adequate stall in your chambers. There's nothing in that room besides a bed, I respond, taking my hand off the desk. Seems you're not as observant as I thought, he says, smirking slightly. He gets up from the desk and walks towards the far end of the wall. There's an oval door there, the same one as in my cell. He stands directly in front of it, taps his heel against the floor. The door slides open in an instant. Wait, is that how you open doors? Just as simple as clicking your heel against the floor? That's what I had to do in the cell before? Well, I feel stupid now. James returns his gaze on me, an irritated expression on his face, as if he's annoyed he has to deal with me. Are you going to continue standing there gawking until you soil yourself, or are you going to use the waste facility? I huff loudly and march up towards him, entering the small room. The door automatically closes behind me, at least I have some privacy. There's a hole in the wall leading to a bowl, which I guess is what I'm supposed to use. I crouch down and quickly do my business. Finally. When I'm done, I realize there's no toilet paper or anything, and I just suck it up and rise to my feet. Bro, what are these details? These details are actually wild. Immediately, the whole... Yeah, that's what they say in the UK, you know? Privacy. Immediately, the hole opens up completely, and tremendous amount of vacuum power sucks out everything inside. Whoa, that was scary. The door opens up with James waiting on the other side. Don't linger, he says. I huff as I compose myself and I exit the small bathroom. James walks away and then lingers against the edge of his desk, crossing his arms over his muscular chest. He cocks his head to the side. Now let's get down to business. Dun dun dun.
Thank you everyone for making it this far into the video and for tuning in for the first part of my series of Tailor Tales. Don't forget to check out my socials and I will see you next time.